What's up, the squad? Back with another video. Had to finish this video. I told y'all I was gonna finish it. Really, I was asking y'all if y'all wanted to finish the video, but definitely had to finish this video out from yesterday. Make sure y'all go look at part 1 from yesterday of what's going on out in Maui. I did have to stop the video. I usually would do a whole video straight, but Chris had an infection. Did have an infection, getting the antibiotics as of now. My grandmother's she's actually had to go to the store, so she's picking up her medicine now, but did have an infection, had a fever, running a fever, so I had to tend to that. Family first, so definitely had to get that together, but she is doing better. Actually went to the hospital, got IV this morning. It was this morning before, got an IV, got medicine and stuff like that, but is feeling better, which is a good thing. But now back, and definitely had to get this out for y'all. So make sure y'all stay tuned for more videos. It'll be another video drop, but much love to y'all. Get these videos together for y'all, and then you feel me, I'm gonna go chill out, probably watch some movies or something. But without further ado, let's get in the video.
And it was pretty interesting when I found here the famous umbrellas. These are actually Tommy Bahama umbrellas, and I have pictures of these before the fire, so you can see what they actually used to look like. Not very different now. And then the sole surviving car on Front Street in front of the outlet mall.
Why were certain blue items left untouched by the fire? And why was the internet claiming the same color became a trend among celebrities living in Maui back in October 2022?
What the heck are celebs all painting their Maui properties the same weird shade of blue? Not just any blue, mind you, but an exact shade.
According to this viral theory, the choice isn't purely aesthetic.
Let's delve into the science of lasers, or as they're ominously termed, dews.
Did you know that there are 2 sites in the U.S. that have these directed energy weapons? One is Nevada and the other is Maui.
Here's the science. Certain energy rays interact differently with various colors on the spectrum. Some colors are more resistant or reflective, protecting underlying materials from harm.
Let's start with this directed energy Air Force Maui Optical and Supercomputing AMOS site located on the island of Maui. May I quote from the website? Listen to this. Directed energy harnesses the power of the electromagnetic spectrum to enable airmen to effectively and affordably strike critical targets at the speed of light.
Is there a connection between this specific royal blue shade, possibly dubbed the Mother Mary blue, and the dews? Could Lahaina's celebrities have insider knowledge?
Twitter provided additional context and community notes that the article this rumor was based on appears to be an Architectural Digest piece with a different headline, where blue paint jobs are never mentioned, and viewers noted it seems celebrities actually hadn't painted their houses blue. However, when a TikTok user tested this theory, it appeared blue lasers were less effective on blue objects. There was even an episode of Rick and Morty on the durability of a pair of blue jeans that some believed highlighted this color's special powers.
The NX-5 destroys the whole planet except for the Wrangler jeans.
Because they're so tough. Tougher than the laser? Stupid.
NX-5 corporate sponsor detected. Cannot penetrate Wranglers.
That
Built
is
too tough. Built too.
Still, why would a color that protects against lasers hold up against fires? Unless,
That's
according
plastic.
to a portion of social media, the Maui fires hadn't been caused by downed power lines, but a laser. But where was the supposed laser that had done this? Well, again, an animated
smoking
sitcom
now.
proved to be of use to the internet.
Can someone walk up to those umbrellas and open them? Here's why. This is the Simpson episode when the laser burnt down their town, and in the middle of the town is a blue-wrapped statue. I haven't seen the entire episode, but apparently in the beginning, that's where the laser was coming from. The blue tarp apparently stopped it.
I mean, obviously it's some sort of electronic device.
You fool. You've erected a massive concave reflective surface. It will focus the sun's beam in a deadly ray.
But this episode of the oddly prophetic show offered another theory as to where the laser was, as some users pointed out the statue in The Simpsons looks similar to the one erected in Liliuokalani Park in 2021. One viewer rejoiced at the discovery, commenting, "One day soon, the world's populace will have had enough of the games and demand answers." Others, however, questioned how a statue on a different island could send a laser beam through or over mountains and volcanoes to hit Lahaina. Or, as one viewer put it, they think a cartoon is predicting the future. We can't expect them to be good with geography. Still, some were intrigued by Blue's supposed protective capabilities, as some people commented, "I am painting all my stuff blue, my new favorite color. Cool, I'm going Mediterranean blue." But was it possible businesses were already preventing the public from harnessing this color's powers? According to one TikTok user, Rona had discontinued blue tarps. "Protect yourself now. September 23rd is around the corner," the TikTok user captioned their post. "Why September 23rd?" asked one viewer. The TikTok user replied with a theory. "Florida and LA will be underwater, I believe." Another viewer said they'd received the same date for a storm from an alleged time traveler. And various TikTokers were sharing snippets of media mentioning September 23rd or 2023.
Bro, it's October 8th. I'm just saying, it's October 8th, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of people just be saying stuff. And on top of that, like, y'all believe in God, like, y'all don't know. Like, y'all can't sit there. I was always taught, like, don't sit there and basically say what's gonna happen. You know, if I'm saying that right. Don't really say what's gonna happen. If God, you know, God is in control of it. So
go ahead.
And I think I had to hit up my boy Lou. If y'all know Lou Valentino, I think that's who just texted me. My fault, y'all.
Tell yourself it's just a number.
The miracle of deliverance.
But it's October 8th.
By 9:23, the water of life shall proceed forth from the throne of the Lamb.
But how a laser would create a storm wasn't brought up. Yet, laser or no laser, the devastation in Maui had been tied to another theory: smart cities, 15-minute cities, and satellite cities.
Question: why Maui? Answer: it's a new smart grid in Hawaii dubbed the, quote, Jump Smart Maui Project.
This is disaster capitalism of $5 billion are coming to Maui, and sticky fingers are here to take it all and develop everything without any input. Lahaina needs to decide what happens in Lahaina.
According to USA Today, a 15-minute city is a concept for urban planning where all essential services are within a 15-minute walk, while a smart city is based on making a location more efficient through technology, while satellite cities are smaller cities that are closer to a large metropolitan area. A Maui resident even accused prominent figures who own property in Maui of allegedly aiming to create a satellite city.
Everybody talking about the satellite city before the fire. Lahaina gonna be the first satellite city. Well, hey, Jeff Bezos, you got what you wanted. Oprah, you got what you wanted. And the guy who owns the nut, you got what you wanted. It's all over. That's what happened.
People specifically focused on Oprah Winfrey's behavior, calling attention 4 months prior to the wildfires, when she purchased 870 acres of land in Maui for $6.6 million. According to a report from KITV4, Oprah already owned over 100 acres of Maui land, and with her recent purchase, she allegedly owns roughly 1,000 acres on the island. There are also no reports of any of Oprah's land or Maui residences being affected by the fire.
Do you think that it's a coincidence that Oprah bought these lands and these fires naturally happened? Or do it make more sense that Oprah bought this land and these fires intentionally was done?
Despite hand-delivering supplies to an emergency shelter in Maui, the internet wasn't convinced Oprah's efforts were genuine. She's about to take that land. These rich people are evil. All her money, she brought pillows. Oprah Winfrey's so-called...
Whoa. She bought pillows and then said that she was overwhelmed. Y'all watch that clip. When she walked in and said, you know, how are you feeling? What do you think about it? She said, it's overwhelming. Bro, how is it overwhelming for you? You got 870 acres. You can go back and be comfortable on wherever in the world you want to go.
Generosity has always come with strings attached. Definitely not straight from the heart. Showing up with her CBS camera crew spoke volumes. In fact, videos are going viral criticizing Oprah and her fellow multimillionaire friend, The Rock, for setting up a donation fund.
And so we have created the People's Fund of Maui. that will put money directly in the hands of the people who need it right now.
As Oprah was saying, it is a clean, direct from you.
Oprah and The Rock. What in the flying was that video that you guys made? This is why people call celebrities out of touch. Did the richest woman in the world just ask us for money? Why can't you?
Hey, and I'm glad they got them clips because she deleted her comments. She disabled.
Reach into
so
your $2 billion net worth and say, you get relief, you get relief, you get relief. Instead, you down here asking me for money. Back to school just started and we as parents are wiped out. Half of us just got our job back since COVID.
You're so concerned about Maui that instead of taking what would amount to a year's salary for you and 4 or 5 of your billionaire friends, which could be used to rebuild the entire place in a matter of months, you're jumping on social media and asking the American public, most of whom can't afford to pay their rent right now, to do it for you.
Oprah, read the room.
While residents and supporters around the world have their doubts, a representative of the Maui Economic Development Board told USA Today that they are not aware of any plans to turn Maui into a smart island or a 15-minute city. And despite Hawaii Governor Josh Green's recent signing of an emergency proclamation that made unsolicited offers from real estate agents a crime punishable by up to 1 year in jail and a fine of $5,000, previous reports of land grabs happening in Maui have fostered fears amongst residents over the future of the island.
Realtors, people in the real estate industry are calling your family and your friends who have lost everything to buy their plots of land.
It is disgusting. We have real estate investors and speculators going around calling our victims, offering to give them cash and buy their property.
This morning, just now on TikTok, they are giving eviction notices to people whose houses burned down.
The Maui Tenants Association has a hotline. We've been receiving call after call of people who are being asked to be evicted by their landlords. The landlords who have the gumption and the gall, the nerve, and the lack of empathy to push evictions on their tenants right now do not care.
My friend who lost her home, her family, her job, literally everything in the fire, the only kind of assistance that has been offered is a loan, not a donation, a loan.
There are plenty of ways to make money in real estate investing without being a total piece of. There are plenty of ways. Work harder, do better.
But while theories of the creation of a smart city remain unproven, complaints over the way the fire was handled have mounted. See, Hawaii's top emergency officials were not on the island at the time of the fire, but at FEMA's annual disaster meeting in Oahu, navigating hypothetical disasters while their people faced the real deal. As previously mentioned, no sirens went off to alert the public, and Maui County Emergency Management Agency Administrator Herman Andaya stood by his decision not to sound the alarms.
The sirens, as I mentioned earlier, is used primarily for tsunamis. The public is trained to seek higher ground in the event that the siren is sounded. In fact, we're afraid that people would have gone Mauka. And if that was the case, then they would have gone into the fire.
However, according to the Maui County website, along with tsunamis, these sirens are also used for other emergencies, including hurricanes, terrorist threats, and wildfires. And amid growing criticism over Maui's lack of response,
they innocent men, women, and children by not helping, by not sounding alarms. People were asleep in their homes with their babies and their children.
The head of the Maui Emergency Management Agency resigned. But it wasn't just a failure to warn residents of the incoming flames that left the community of Lahaina high and dry. According to the New York Times, firefighters who rushed onto the scene on August 8th were met with a nightmare scenario as the water coming from their hoses began to sputter. The town's water system had collapsed, making fighting the fire next to impossible. According to Hawaii's Director of Water Supply, John Stufflebean, this occurred after the fire had blazed through homes, leading to leaking pipes that depressurized the network that supplies the hydrants. But if no sirens, no water, and no internet or cell service left Maui in the dark during the fire, it appeared the lights still hadn't been turned on. The Lahaina community was adamant that the true number of lives lost to the fire was still being grossly misrepresented to the public.
It's not correct. They're not reporting it correctly. I don't know why they're not reporting it correctly. There's hundreds, at least 600, if not thousands of people who are dead in the streets, floating in the ocean.
And it seemed the same lack of coverage had prevented the public from understanding the current circumstances for those living.
That makes me sad. I ain't gonna cap. This is sad.
In Lahaina.
I think there's a lot going on here that is way beyond anything that anybody wants to believe.
Jeff Cygnus, a TikToker and self-proclaimed volunteer reporter, captured life inside Maui post-fire, where it seemed liberties were continually being stripped away from residents as the use of drones and travel became prohibited while access to fuel was controlled by the government.
Even if the situation wasn't that we needed special permission slips to come back to our home, even then, we didn't have enough fuel to leave West Maui. Why can we not get some information? Why can we not leave? Why aren't they making any efforts to get the gas stations working?
One viewer commented, "I feel like the last 3+ years has been one big social experiment." Another theorized, "It's about control." And when fences were built to supposedly protect residents from debris, many were suspicious.
There seems to be a huge emphasis on ensuring that the media and anyone else can't see what's going on here in Lahaina, West Maui. There are miles and miles of this black fence going up that was not here before.
Still, the Lahaina community.
And I'm not the richest person. I'm not even gonna cap. Like I'm not the richest person. Just now, getting things together. I'm actually helping my dad and his business partners with their business that they're trying to get up and running and stuff like that. And some other little things, having a newborn and but I mean it. I would like, if I can get the correct information to somebody, I would like to help a family or two as much as possible. And I definitely want to do that. It's something that I feel that is right to do in my heart. Seeing just stuff that's going around, it makes me sad, and I'm not gonna ask none of y'all, for money at all. For the ones that is donating, I do gotta say, try to donate to my PayPal, Cash App, Chime, and stuff like that instead of YouTube. YouTube takes out 30%, and already messing with my videos, and I can't have just them winning over me. But again, I'm not asking for y'all, to help me donate for them. I mean, if y'all do, that's one thing, but I want to donate out of my check, my YouTube check, some of my YouTube check, to help her family or two, or three, that's in Maui, and that's just me. I have to. It's seeing this stuff and seeing what's going on. I know it's not much, and I know it's only a few families, but you got to start somewhere, and that's where I want to start.
Was eventually given access to unrestricted travel through permission slips they had to line up in order to receive.
As many cars as we can.
And I ain't talking about those. What Biden say? 700 a family. No, I'm not. I'm definitely not talking about 700 a family. I want it to be a little more than that, a family. And like I said, I'm not. I don't have it like that, but they need it more than I do. So,
Issue today, we will go ahead and do so.
Viewers shared their concern. Why do they need permission slips to go freely on their own land? This feels like they're using this as a test. But if this was a test, it seemed the public wouldn't be given a chance to pass.
Hi. I've just been informed that we are shutting down this placard distribution as of now.
The hopes of thousands of residents were dashed when it was announced they would not be receiving permission slips, and even the police officer didn't have a good answer.
There are powers that be. I'm not sure of the reasoning. All I know is the order has come down to shut down the distribution of these placards.
He's just a messenger.
Jeff, for one, was frustrated.
So we're supposed to drink the water you give us, eat the food you give us, use the medication you have available, and we're stuck here.
But while his in-person critiques of the way the government was handling the crisis weren't always well received.
This is actually illegal, I think you have to get his consent.
Is this not a public place that we're on right now?
It was his online post that exposed what was happening in Maui that Jeff claimed had made him some powerful enemies.
I'm beginning to worry for my own safety. I'm beginning to worry for my family's safety. And so I want to speak directly to the powers that be. And, if you watch my other content, you will know what I mean by that. Nobody knows exactly who these people are, but we know that they exist.
And according to Jeff, these powers that be wanted him silenced, possibly for good.
I have uploaded this content to a very close friend who is far away in an undisclosed location, and I've also provided them with the credentials to all of my social media. So if anything does happen to me, the story should get out that way.
And Jeff wasn't the only one facing surreal situations. Investigative reporter Nick Sorter alleged unknown actors are stalking independent reporters and caught one on camera during his report. He alleged this man showed up at his hotel at 5:45 a.m.
People's minds here.
Hey, what's up, Nick? I've been trying to reach you. Been reaching out to you on X. You're supposed to be meeting with people here. What victims have you had?
Okay, yeah. So so you're seeing this live right now. People actually tracked me down.
Wow.
You said you were coming and staying in a tent, Nick. You're taking up resources.
I'm not taking up any resources here.
Nick was also handled with force when he questioned the mayor of Maui about the missing children.
Oh, it's department, okay? The press show is over. Okay?
Right, so he's not gonna answer my
done.
question. Okay, and what's my crime? You're literally pushing me.
The press conference is
I
over.
don't care if the press conference is over. Get out of the way. I'm sorry. All right, this are 110 cadavers, but we can't identify. We can't identify how many of them are children.
In fact, the mayor's refusal to answer questions about Maui children,
their children have been found, and is there any hesitance to announce that, because that'll obviously just do a different level of heart thing.
Even if it's somebody in the higher ups that's telling him not to speak, just do it. Just do it. Like, just do it for, do it for the kids. Do it for the people who lost lives. It's okay, Like, I don't know. This just makes me sad, like they talk about so many kids and so many adults, that's just gone, and like, especially with the kids, like this is insane. I don't know. It's crazy.
I would guess you do.
Paired with reports of school being canceled in Lahaina before the fire, sparked more conspiracies of alleged planned endings to prevent inheriting family properties, alleged sacrifices, or alleged trafficking. One TikToker compared Maui footage before and after the fire, revealing there were many missing school buses, calling into question whether students were really taken home on August 8th. However, several schools announced students were not planned to be on campus that day due to heavy winds, making it unclear if students left their home at all. Conspiracy or not, the number of children who did not enroll in school is concerning. An August 24th report from the State of Hawaii Department of Education revealed that number to be 2,025 students. It's unclear whether these children have passed away, moved out of state, or enrolled in private schools. And while the FBI urges Maui residents to submit DNA samples to help identify victims, fire experts fear the extreme heat from the wildfires may have destroyed DNA in the remains. Despite the theories and aftereffects of tragedy Lahaina residents are currently facing, it seems some accountability might be forthcoming. On Thursday, August 24th, Maui County officials filed a lawsuit against Hawaiian Electric that accused the utility of not disconnecting power lines that were at risk of falling in high winds and not performing maintenance in the years leading up to the storm, a failure described as intentional and malicious. Defendants knew of the extreme fire danger that the high wind gusts posed to their overhead electrical infrastructure, particularly during red flag conditions, read the suit. Still, they made the decision not to de-energize their power lines. Since the filing of the suit, Hawaiian Electric has taken responsibility for the first fire. However, the utility company claimed the second fire started after the power was shut off and was therefore another group's fault.
Hawaiian Electric faulted county firefighters for declaring the blaze contained and leaving the scene, only to have a second wildfire break out nearby and become the deadliest in the United States in more than a century.
But as the blame game, conspiracies, and backlash rages on, so do the fires that continue to crop up in Maui.
You've lost your jobs because your business is gone, so
I've got to go. I have staff members that are in Kahanapali and they need to be evacuated.
So as the community struggles to regain normalcy amid continuous disasters and growing restrictions that limit their movements, access, and rights, what can the public do to help? Well, while traveling to Maui remains a physical impossibility for most, sending supplies to a specific address can be just as beneficial for struggling households, especially when you go with the services that will deliver those goods the fastest.
USPS is going to be the slowest. They're the most delayed right now. FedEx and UPS are almost caught up with deliveries.
Okay.
So if you want to send packages to your loved ones who need supply, you can start sending supplies their way.
Donations are another way non-residents can make an impact, as the Maui Food Bank, the Maui Humane Society.
Okay, what is a good way to donate? What is a good way to donate? Because I'll literally, out of my I think we get paid, and I'm trying to, slow talk it. I'm pretty sure, at close to the end of the month, I'll donate, out of my own money, $5,000 out of my own money. I just need to know where I can donate this at, because I want to help. So if somebody can point me to the right direction, I don't like to go to these different sites, and I don't like that. I don't like going to these different sites and getting messed. Like I can't, I have to know what's real. So.
And other charities work to make sure the donations have the most impact.
Is Lahaina Ohana Venmo. They are constantly updating the page with families who are adding their Venmos, so you can click the notification bell there, and that'll keep you updated with new families that are coming in and needing donations.
It's these small acts of compassion that can brighten Maui.
If y'all can, somebody can send me that link on Instagram, I appreciate that Instagram page, so I can, when the time comes, I will be donating to different people.
Maui's aloha spirit. A harmonious mindset that, despite recent hard times, shows no signs of dimming. In fact, the people of Lahaina have continued to show the strength of their community, whether that's through a biker group handing out fuel, or businesses, charities, and locals coming together to give what they can.
There's people here barbecuing, they're giving out burritos and tacos and meat and hot dogs and all sorts of things.
The community is intent on rebuilding what they had, even if they're working with ashes.
We are going to need help, and we're going to come together and just piece by piece, put it back.
Oh, we're here to help.
Whether you believe a power...
I'm here to help. I ain't gonna cap. I'm here to help. Like I said, depending on how I'm feeling, I say 5 right now. It'll probably go up 6,000, 7,000. But, that's just the way I am. That's the way I grew up. That's the way I was taught, is to help, those in need. I can say that my bills are paid. My car payment is paid. My lights, everything, everything is working. I have a water dispenser right there. I can give me some fresh water. I can eat. I can do this. I can do that. It ain't gonna hurt if I send some some money over to different families to help out as much as I can. They need it more than me. So definitely, I was raised on that. I've always been raised on that, and that's just what it is. So if I get canceled for that, so be it. So be it. That's just me speaking the truth, and that's what it is. But definitely appreciate everybody tuning in, watching this reaction. Much love to everybody. Everything is in the description box down below if y'all want to check it out. Definitely appreciate y'all though. Email me, DM me, my social media accounts, my different emails, and my payment, everything's down below in the description box. But definitely appreciate y'all. Definitely love this video because it showed a lot to my understanding of what's going on. But much love. Catch y'all next one.